Hey guys, Captain Gargus had a good idea. Many of you guys that have not played a tournament like this or a team match play where the formats change and the formats are different, points and all that kind of stuff, um, that if we did a video tutorial on the scorecard, it would give you guys more information about the formatting and the points and show you that we've kind of got a lot of this built into the scorecard for you. So even though all the documents on the website are important and they're good and they're going to help you a lot, the scorecard itself is kind of dummy proof. So if you just kind of follow it along, it'll be a great tool for you guys. Everybody, both carts in all the groups will get one of these cards, so you'll be able to track the points. Here's how it works. This is a scorecard for the first round. That's not actually the correct match. I'm just using made up names. Actually, this match will play each other on Sunday. But in this case, this is round one. And you see for the scramble and for the modified alternate shot, there's only one score per side or per team, which is why there's only one line there for scores. So let's say on the first hole, Kite and Key make a 4 in the scramble, Mauser and Gargus make a 4. Remember, Friday and Saturday, there's no such thing as one up. It's points. Every hole is worth a half point on Friday and Saturday. So in this case, they would split the half point, which means they each get a quarter point. I'm probably going to regret making the numbers this small. Go with it, please. There's reasons why I did it that way. I'll explain later if you care to know. But I know this is going to be some tough math for some of you guys. Just roll with it best you can. It'll work out in the end, I promise. Let's say that Mauser and Gargas make a 3 on the next hole, so they win the hole. They get the full half point. Key and Kite get 0. Let's say they split the remaining holes just for ease of just doing this in this demonstration. Let's just say they tie every hole through the remainder of the front 9. So they split the half point on all the other holes. Basically, what you're doing is you're totaling up the points. In this case, Mauser and Gargus would have totaled 2.5 points. Kite and Key would have totaled 2.0 points. That makes sense, right? 9 holes, half point per hole. That totals 4.5. But remember, there's a half point available as a bonus for whoever wins the 9-hole match. So in this case, Mauser and Gargus would get the extra half point for a total of 3. There's your 5 points for the front 9. The back 9 would be the exact same way. You basically start over at 0, modified alternate shot, track the scores and the points the exact same way. And then the back 9 is worth 5 points more. That's how that works. Now, on Sunday, and I think there's one other round maybe on Saturday where there's all 4 balls in play, but Sunday for sure, best ball and singles, you'll see that you've got to record all 4 scores because all 4 balls are in play. Now, let me remind you about Sunday. Sunday is traditional match play, 1 up, 2 up, that sort of thing. Friday and Saturday is not. Points per hole Friday and Saturday, just like I just showed you. But Sunday is traditional match play, 1 up, 2 up, that sort of thing. So let's say in best ball, this is actually the real match that's happening on Sunday. Let's say they all make 4s on number 1, so the match is tied. Used to be called all square. USGA changed it to tied a couple of years ago. Not that that matters, but that's the official language. The match is tied. Let's say they all make 4s on number 2. The match is still tied. Remember, there's no points per hole on Sunday, so the match is tied. Let's say Kite makes a 3 on number 3. The Americans are now 1 up. Let's say Key makes a 3 on number 4. The Americans are now 2 up. And again, for ease of this demonstration, let's say they tie the remainder of the holes through number 8. Okay, interesting point right here. Remember, the Americans are 2 up. They're up 2 holes, but there's only 1 hole left to play in this format. This means the match is over. The Americans win the match 2-1. That's the scoring of the match, 2-1. You may have heard 3-2, 4-3, 1-0. That means in this case 2-1. Up 2 with 1 to play, the match is over. Now in this case, That means the Americans get the full 10 points for the match on Sunday morning. The Nationals would get 0 if that were the case. You are allowed to play number 9, even though it doesn't count for the match. You can play number 9. My advice and my strong encouragement would be, when the match comes to an end, make sure you're not holding up the group behind you, or if you've fallen behind, this is a great time to catch up when it doesn't matter because the match, is over. So play the hole. If you've got a couple of holes, some matches could end on 6 or 7 or 8. They really could. With it being just a 9-hole match, they'll likely go 7, 8, 9. But if they finish early, just be aware of pace of play. Make sure you're not holding up the people behind you if your match doesn't count. Now, interesting on the back 9, remember we go to singles. And so what's going to happen is you're going to have, in this case, Kite is going to be playing Mauser. And so Kite's scores and Mauser's scores, that's going to be a singles match. And they will be playing for 5 points. So this is the 1-up, 2-up situation. One of them will get 5 points. One of them will get 0 points because if there's a winner or a loser. If they have the match, if they finish hole number 9 or hole number 18, in this case, tied, they would split the points. There's not going to be extra holes played. They would split the points, and they would split those five points. Key and Gargis, the same thing. Those 2 rows, that's basically a singles match, and they are also playing for 5 points. So it's going to be a little bit, dicey, I guess, on the scorecards here to kind of try to keep up. You guys can use dots or marks or whatever you want to use to kind of keep up with who's 1-up, 2-up, that sort of thing. But that's how it would work on the back 9, comparing those singles matches to each other, with every match playing for 5 points. Okay, hope that helps. You can see that the scores and the points are baked into the scorecards. Reminders about formats. Format does change every day on hole 10, so hopefully the scorecards will be a good tool for you to use.